Hello, sisters and brothers. Our devotional for today, for July 23, is a reflection on My Utmost for His Highest, a series of devotionals written and compiled by Oswald Chambers. You can always find the link for the daily devotional at utmost.org. And for today's devotional, we're going to go to the verse that was mentioned at the very end of yesterday's devotional. That is 1 Corinthians 1, verse 30. And we'll again be looking at sanctification. This verse reads, "It is because of him that you are in Christ Jesus, who has become for us wisdom from God. That is our righteousness, holiness, and redemption." Verse 31, "Therefore, as it is written, let the one who boasts, boast in the Lord." And as I mentioned, Chambers is again looking at sanctification, looking at verse 30 where it says, "Because of him you are in Christ Jesus, who became for us sanctification." The life side. The mystery of sanctification is that the perfect qualities of Jesus Christ are imparted as a gift to me, not gradually, but instantly, once I enter by faith into the realization that He became for me sanctification. Sanctification means nothing less than the holiness of Jesus becoming mine and being exhibited in my life. The most wonderful secret of living a holy life does not lie in imitating Jesus, but in letting the perfect qualities of Jesus exhibit themselves in my human flesh. Sanctification is Christ in you, Colossians 1, verse 27. It is His wonderful life that is imparted to me in sanctification, imparted by faith as a sovereign gift of God's grace. Am I willing for God to make sanctification as real in me as it is in His Word? Sanctification means the impartation of the holy qualities of Jesus Christ to me. It is the gift of His patience, love, holiness, faith, purity, and godliness that is exhibited in and through every sanctified soul. Sanctification is not drawing from Jesus the power to be holy. It is drawing from Jesus the very holiness that was exhibited in Him, and that He now exhibits in me. Sanctification is an impartation, not an imitation. Imitation is something altogether different. The perfection of everything is in Jesus Christ, and the mystery of sanctification is that all the perfect qualities of Jesus are at my disposal. Consequently, I slowly but surely begin to live a life of inexpressible order, soundness, and holiness, kept by the power of God. 1 Peter 1, verse 5. So here's the flip side, the life side of sanctification. And you'll notice, as Chambers often does, he really, in some ways, makes it simple for us in terms of our effort, in terms of what we need to do. And it's a good reminder, and he keeps going back to it, because how often do we try so hard to get it right? Do we try so hard to imitate Jesus Christ and find that we fail and find that we struggle? But what Chambers points out, and what the verse points out very clearly, is that Jesus Christ became our sanctification and our redemption. So it's not that we have to attain our own sanctification. This is a process that God will complete in us. It's in fact a gift. He says it's impartation. It's a gift. So we have to receive it. So why do we make this so difficult? Well, sometimes I believe, at least for me, it's because we haven't considered the goodness that is coming from this side of the gift. Depending on how you grew up and what your experience was in church, you may have experienced sanctification or holiness, if you even heard about that, as something that just meant a list of you can't do this and you don't do that, right? So sometimes we look at that and say, well, I don't want to be bound by that. But what we're experiencing instead, what we have to remember is within the bounds that God sets for us, there is freedom to be completely who we are, to allow God to completely have His way, for Jesus Christ to be completely exhibited in us, in the way that we show love and faithfulness and kindness, all the fruit of the Spirit, and so much more that we can show to others. That's what comes with the gift. So sometimes you'll see an image where it shows someone holding tightly onto something small that they have in their hands, and it will show Jesus on the other side having something much larger, behind His back, just waiting to give it to us. And that is the case with sanctification. Experience the life side of sanctification, that is Jesus Christ perfectly sanctified life exhibited in you. Thank you as always for listening. Be safe and stay well.